Hello BRI GAMA team. Our recommendation for BRI starts with a story from the case. In a BRI unit in Klaten, a loan officer noticed there are two kinds of customer. The first one paid back her loan reliably for 10 years and never grew. And the second one, a small handful, grew quickly. They outgrew their loan ceiling within 2 years. And the difference between them wasn't a bigger loan or more training. It was a single, well-timed introduction to a buyer. BRI today serves millions of the first kind. So, the real question isn't how much to spend on supply versus demand. It's why BRI can tell these two customers apart. Here's how BRI measures success now. In the first quarter of 2026, it reported 1.2 million customers who graduated. But by the bank-owned definition, these were customers moved from PNM and Pegadaian onto BRI commercial books. That's product migration. It tells us the customer now fits a commercial product. It tells us nothing about whether her business actually grew. A customer can graduate with a clean record and business exactly the same size as before. Second problem is the resource. Everyone assumes the constraint is money. But BRI has a 705 trillion rupiah loan book. The real constraint is the mantris type. 13.4 million micro borrowers, 31,000 mantri, about 1,600 working hours each. That comes to 3.7 hours per borrower per year. At that ratio, mentoring every customer isn't difficult. It's arithmetically impossible. Some form of targeting isn't a choice. It's the only option. That's the problem. And now, how do we explain the target? My colleague will explain.
Thank you. To target well, BRI doesn't need new data. It needs to read two fields it already has in BRI Spot. How long a customer has borrowed and whether her loan has grown. Those two variables sort the whole book into 3 tiers. The important one is the middle tier, T2, long tenure flat ticket. That's Klaten borrower, competent, reliable, and also stuck. Her constraint isn't capability. She's run the same business for a decade. Her constraint is demand. She has only one buyer or none beyond her own street. But there's a complication we have to be honest about. T2 is actually two different people who look identical in the data. One wants to grow and can. The other is content. She has decided her business is big enough and that's legitimate choice, not a failure. On paper, they are the same. Clean, repayment, long tenure, and also flat ticket. So, we don't try to guess willingness. No model can read ambition from a repayment record. We refill it. The server sends a real buyer opportunity to everyone in T2. That costs 0 mantri hours because sending an offer needs no percent. The customer who respond have shown that they want to grow. The ones who don't have shown preference, we respect that she is already content. Problem isn't argued away. It's detected and almost no cost. And the matching runs on the server too because BRI holds both sides of the market. It knows who produces and it knows which shops and caterers buy since they all bank with BRI. The mantri receive a match pair and does the one part only a human can, the introduction and the follow-through. So does this actually fit the mantris day? My colleague will show.
And here is the arithmetic. Even if 4 out of 5 rated customers decline the offer, the whole thing costs about 11% of mantri time, roughly 1 buyer introduction per mantri per week. And we stress-tested every uncertain assumption across the full plausible range. It never exceeds 19%. Best of all, the net new hours are 0 because this is a reallocation. The basic literacy work shift to PNM's 43,000 officers and 2 digital channels. The matching shifts to the server. We are not asking the mantri to work harder, but we are asking BRI to stop sending them what server can do. And this approach is evidence-based. In a randomized study in Egypt, giving small producers access to real buyer raised profits by 16 to 26%. So we recommend 3 things. First, a business graduation index with no lending variable in it, because if loan size defines graduation, you are just measuring leverage and calling it growth. Second, run in the matching server. since only BRI holds both sides of the market, not the government, not an NGO. Third, redesign the mantri's KPI. Right now, her targets reward portfolio quality, so better introduction appears on no one's scorecard, measure her on what she can control, the introduction and follow-up, and put the graduation outcome at unit level. Too close, a wrong metric leads to a wrong incentive, which leads to a wrong allocation, and so the cotton borrower is still exactly where she started. BRI doesn't need a new program, it needs a new targeting system, a reason to use it. Redefining graduation without redesigning the KPI is a recommendation that dies on arrival. Thank you.